I was a 13-year-old anti-feminist once, okay? And I don't tell you that because I want you to think I was some racist or sexist monster, okay? I was not. I was sad when Trump won. I didn't harass anyone online, and I had a girlfriend. Now, I know none of those things necessarily prove that I was not a monster, but there are at least points in my favor. I find, though, that most men of my age and ilk had a similar experience. They weren't hell-bent juveniles on reversing women's suffrage. Not to say that there weren't those people, but they certainly were not the majority of the shoe-on-head and Chris Ray Gun viewing audience. Most of us just liked video games too much and thought BuzzFeed was gay, okay? But through our shared interests and disinterests, we got trapped into a YouTube algorithm that made some people alt-right weirdos, but made others a very different kind of weirdo. A syndrome I will call the anti-Disney adult. You know, think The Quartering. You know, people who spend too much time talking about products made for children that they don't even like, that they have hours and hours of videos online about the subject, you know, and they almost never make a salient point. It's pretty much always just like screaming about wokeness, which really means that there was a non-white man as the main character in some piece of media. Again, I never fell quite this far. It was, you know, in the rear view, something I dipped my toe into. So it's with this background that I ask you, when are you going to stop watching video essays about Disney products? This isn't an attack, okay? I've done something much worse, right? I've made a video about a Disney product. But just entertain the question. Is it when you're 30? When you're 50? Forever? If you know the answer, you know yourself better than I. And it doesn't just have to be Disney products. Let's open the view to any sort of corporate media. How much do you care? If your answer is not that much, I'm skeptical, okay? You clicked on this video, likely knowing it was satire, but did you click on it because you wanted more She-Hulk content, or because you wanted more She-Hulk content to make fun of? I don't know, I can't tell that, but whichever it is, I just want to talk. I saw so many Twitter clips either making fun of the show or making fun of people who liked the show that I had to ask, why do we care that much? Yes, the CGI is bad, and yeah, the Megan Thee Stallion part was corny. But why do you care? Let's talk about another Disney product real quick, okay? The Little Mermaid remake. How many people, on Twitter or otherwise, did you see saying things like, oh my god, wokeness has won again, a mermaid can't be black? And you thought that that was really lame, right? Like, if Ariel's black, what does that change about my life? Okay, I'm an adult. All right, I make my own doctor appointments. Why should this stuff matter to me? Yet, there it was. Here it is. People care. And I saw people arguing with them. People saying, actually, mermaids can be black. Showing examples. And even, like, very vehemently arguing over the lighting of the movie. Now, I wish I could say, grow up, y'all. This is a Disney product made for kids. Only kids should talk about them. But I can't do that, right? You have probably already felt some hypocrisy on my end, right? I mean, here I am sitting and telling you that people are angry and that they shouldn't be angry, but I'm angry. So, okay, here's what I'll say. This movie is important to a group of people, and there are losers on the internet trying to take that away. And they are losers. But is the Little Mermaid's target audience watching The Quartering? Are they arguing with people on Twitter.com? I don't think so. I don't think this discourse affects them. And now, before I make this point, I really need you to hear me out, okay? But I want to say, the complainers kind of have a point. Disney is plotting something here, but it's not a woke agenda, okay? They knew that this backlash was going to happen. It's not random, okay? They knew that it was going to generate talk, articles, and buzz. Disney is hoping that you will argue over their movie because it gets you talking about their movie. And, you know, to some extent, I think we're all victims to this caring about stupid things that don't matter. So I think you should stop because it kind of makes you look silly. And do you really want to look like that?